All right, hi everybody. We're going to start our new knowledge unit. We're done with kings and queens, and we are going to be talking about weather and seasons. So the other day before Valentine's Day, we watched a little video about the different kinds of weather you can have and about the seasons. Now we have 4 seasons. Everybody put up 4 fingers. Can you say the name of the 4 seasons? Winter, spring, summer, fall. There are 4 seasons. I can name them all. Let's say them again. Ready? Winter, spring, summer, and fall. There are 4 seasons. I can name them all. So when I look at this, I have my seasons and my weather. And you are going to look at the different pictures and see what season that you think it is. Now, this first one might be a little bit tricky. See how it's got the birds and the butterflies and the rain? What season do you think that one is? Nope. Spring. That's why it's a little bit tricky. Spring has a lot of rain, and especially in April, they say April showers bring May flowers. Now this one is got summer right there. And then this one is what? With the snowman, winter. And then this one is fall. We talked about how to be a weather watcher. And we talked about the people who look and study weather. Can you have a seat, please? What's the name of the people who study weather? What do you call them? A meteorologist. Everybody say meteorologist. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you and show you what we're going to be doing today. I'm not quite sure that that's sharing. Share screen. Well, why is that not sharing? Okay, there we go. All right. So this little girl, her name is Annie. Everybody say, hey, Annie. Annie is a little girl, and she lives in a big city called Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is where a president lives. Remember we talked about the White House? And this student is in 5th grade, but she remembers when she was in kindergarten just like you. Right now in school, my class is learning about the seasons and the weather. Seasons are different times of the year, and weather is the temperature and conditions outside. For my school project, I'm going to be your weather pen pal. I'm going to teach you what the weather is like where I live. I will also tell you about the weather on different places on Earth. You can help me with my project by answering all my questions so I can learn about the seasons and weather where you live. There are many different kinds of weather. There is sunny weather, cloudy weather, windy weather, rainy weather, stormy weather. What is the weather like outside today where you live? Sunny. And how does it feel with the temperature? Cold, cool or cold. We've been having a lot of what type of weather? Rainy.
And cloudy weather too.
My teacher says, yes, cloudy too. My teacher says no matter where you live on Earth, the weather is always changing, hour by hour and day by day. That means weather never stays the same. Erica, you can go to the bathroom. But even when the weather changes, there are still weather patterns for different times of the year. A pattern is something that repeats itself. Remember, the weather pattern in the summer is mostly sunny and warm. Weather patterns that change a lot in some places and very little in other places. It depends on where you live on Earth. So here's a picture of the globe on the Earth. And they have colored two areas on the map blue. See the top part and the bottom part. This is the North Pole and this is the South Pole. And even though the North and South Pole are at opposite ends of the Earth, they share the same weather patterns. The weather pattern on the North and South Pole is always cold and the land is covered by ice. So
North Pole is the coldest
they're both the same, North Pole and the South Pole. Who lives at the North Pole?
though.
Santa, that's right. This is the South Pole, which is located in the continent of Antarctica. Can y'all say Antarctica? It is one of the coldest places on Earth. The ground is covered by ice all year long, though it almost never rains or snows here. The wind can be strong and the temperature is freezing cold. Who's this over here on the snow and ice? Penguins. Penguins live in the South Pole, but not in the North Pole, even though they share the same type of weather. Ooh, see that red area there?
That's the hot part.
That's the hot part, that's right. I have colored the middle area of this map red. The color is red stands for something that is hot. The weather pattern in this area is usually very warm all year long. The biggest change in the weather during different times of year is how much rain. So right through here, it's usually pretty hot and sometimes they'll get more rain and sometimes they'll get less rain. Do you know a place where it rains all the time? Let's look.
Rainforest.
Rainforest, that's right. Now, it doesn't rain all the time, but let's say most of the time. During certain months in the rainforest, the day may start off warm and sunny, but by the afternoon, it will rain very, very hard. This weather pattern occurs almost every day. The area gets lots of rain and sun almost all year long. The rain and sun keep the plants and trees healthy, green and healthy.
And there's dangerous parts in the rainforest.
Oh yeah, there's dangerous animals in the rainforest.
Snakes.
Snakes, yes. Do you see the part of the map that is colored green right here?
Yeah.
This is the United States, the country where we live. So right here is our United States, right there. Washington, D.C. is right around here. And most of the United States is in the continent of North America, although the state of Hawaii is made up of islands in the Pacific Ocean. In most of the United States, it is not always cold like the North and South
The
poles.
triangle thing? No. What triangle? It's dangerous.
Yes. The Bermuda Triangle. In most areas of the United States, it's not always cold and it's not always hot. In the middle section of the earth, it can be cold or it can be hot. The weather in the United States changes with the season. So we get cold weather, hot weather, and everything in between. There are how many seasons in a year? 4. All right, here are the different seasons of the year. Can you help me name them?
Right.
Winter, spring, fall, summer. And they're doing this one as spring because that's when the flowers are blooming. Each season has different weather. So the weather in the United States changes depending on where you live and which season it is. Plants, tree, grass, and flowers change in the different seasons. You will also see different kinds of animals in different seasons.
We're in the winter time.
We're in winter time right now. This image shows Yeah, Groundhog said, right? This image shows the season called winter. Winter is the coldest season. Everybody act like you're cold. In some places, snow and ice cover the ground during the wintertime. Other places, they don't have snow and ice, but they're still colder in the winter. Some animals, like bears, sleep during the winter season. What do you call the animals that go to sleep for the whole winter? Hibernate. They hibernate. This is a picture of the spring. Eventually, winter ends and spring begins. The word eventually means that something has happened after time has passed. In the spring, the sun shines a little longer and warmer each day, which melts the ice in the snow. The snow and ice turn into water as the sun's warmth gets stronger. In spring, new leaves appear on the trees, new plants grow up from the warming earth, and flowers bloom again. Many baby animals are born during the spring too. What did we say this one was?
Summer.
Summer. After the spring comes the summer. Summer is the hottest season of the year in the United States. Summer is the season where the plants are the greenest, full of leaves and flowers and fruit. Birds, bugs, and other animals are easiest to spot in the summer. What's this season? Fall. What's another name for fall? Autumn. Autumn. Finally, after summer comes autumn. Autumn is also called fall. In most places in the United States, the leaves change colors and the fall off of the trees in the autumn. The air gets cooler and the sun shines a little less each day. Autumn is when the farmers harvest their fruits and vegetables, birds fly south, and everyone gets ready for the winter. Let's say the seasons together. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Do you know what season it is right now? Winter. Characteristics are ways that the seasons are. So during the winter, a lot of times there is snow. And during the fall, you've got plants that grow. And during the summer, it's very sunny and hot. And during the fall, the leaves come up. But you see how it's got arrows? Why do you think it's got arrows? Yeah, it goes around and around. The seasons go around and they change every single year, and it happens every single year. So Annie lives in her hometown of Washington, D.C., and she has the 4 seasons there. And even though she has the 4 seasons, it'll be a little bit different weather than it is right here in North Carolina. I will say goodbye for now, but I will write again soon. Until then, I hope you enjoy the beautiful weather where you live. All right, please back up from my seat. What is the weather like in the South Pole? Do you guys remember?
Cold.
Cold and snowy. Matthew, you need to have a seat or I'm gonna peel off your sticker. We said 2 areas were always cold. Do you remember what they were? The South Pole and the North Pole. See them? What color were they? Blue. What season of the year is the hottest? Summer.
I love summer.
What season of the year is the coldest? Winter. What is one way that you can describe spring? What's something that happens during the spring? Flowers. What else? Animals. Baby animals come out. It gets warmer. The flowers grow. Very good. Each season has its own special characteristics. Can you guys say the word characteristics? Characteristics. So I'm going to say a characteristic of a good friend. So that means something that a good friend can do. If this is a characteristic of a good friend, give me a thumbs up. If this is not a characteristic of a good friend, give me a thumbs down. Okay. So number 1, being a good listener. Is that a characteristic of a good friend? Thumbs up. Correct. Sharing. Sharing is caring. Always wanting to do things your way. Thumbs down. That's not very nice. And how about being fun to play with? Thumbs up. All right, let me show, excuse me, bud. Let me show the friends the seasons packet. So everybody has a seasons packet. Matthew Jones, honey, I'm trying to teach. Get off of my chair. 1. All right. So what they're going to do is they're going to open it up, and lesson 1 is what is the weather like? So we have the 4 seasons. So we are going to trace. Let me get the share off. We're going to trace over the name of the 4 seasons. So we have winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Okay. It says to circle the coldest season and underline the hottest season. Okay. I'm going to help you with the part that says weather diary. It says today is, and we're going to write it's Tuesday. We're going to write the temperature. So we're going to see how hot or cold it is. And then we're going to draw a weather symbol. So we said it's sunny, so we're going to draw a sun. We are going to talk about some of the other things. We're not going to fill in the blanks. We're going to talk about what was the most interesting thing we learned today. And we are going to talk about what are the 2 characteristics of summer. Okay, so this is what our packet looks like. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to turn this off